Good morning, New Cascadia. This is Joy, your community outreach liaison. It's a lovely day outside. It's quiet. Very quiet. Rainfall is expected to begin in the early afternoon and last until a long time. For those who did not wake, your restless dreams endure. So small among the stars. Breathe softly. Do not worry. Peace is upon you. And I am here to walk with you into its embrace.
Mayday! 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 This is General Addict of the New Cascadia colony on Tau City 4. Whoever's listening, whatever's out there, we need anything. Weapons, supplies, a way out, a way back. Mayday, mayday. This is Data Green. Tau City. I feel like I'm praying. We've had to do things to survive. Things I never would have. We're monsters. We're all monsters.
Embrace. Embrace. Monsters. Embrace. Embrace. Monsters. Embrace.
Mayday! 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 Mayday!
Here, I'll give everybody a cardio kick. Another med drone if anybody needs a refresh. Oh my god.
Dude, we're doing a raid right now.
Wait, why is this a 6-person raid? What is this? We've actually gotten golds from some of these commanders before. We've actually gotten golds from some of these commanders before.
Gotta check the bodies.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 gold from this.
I've only gotten 1 gold from Commander. He was on perimeter.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna try and get out of here to get the keys for the red room.
Drew's gonna go grab the keys if you just wanna... Well, everyone just wants to come to the center wing with me.
Right, for those who want to know, Bungie are getting ready for their server slam for Marathon this weekend. And of course, it begins on the 26th of February at 10 AM Pacific time. So whatever time zone you're in, you can do the translation for that. In this one, we'll cover some new details about the server slam, what we'll actually play, and how to get access to it. So let's dive immediately into the info. In terms of preload for the server slam, it won't actually be a thing. Preloading will not be available, and this will help to lessen the load on our servers when we first go live. Preloading will be available though for the full launch of the game. Bungie haven't specified when, but I would assume it will be some point after the server slam ends next Tuesday. So in terms of how to actually get into the server slam, basically after 10 AM Pacific on the 26th, you'll be able to search Marathon Server Slam on whatever platform you play, which of course is Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation. Then the game should be available to download. In terms of progression carrying over to the full launch, Bungie have said it will not carry over, but earned launch rewards including emblems, player backgrounds and Twitch drops will be granted to accounts on March 5th, and arrival caches filled with loot will be delivered to the account on the same date to help jumpstart your first runs. So basically the objective to get those caches is to complete the initial mission for the Server Slam and then to reach runner level 10 and 30 to unlock additional caches. And we'll go into some of the components of the actual endgame and what we'll be previewing in Marathon in just a moment, but in terms of what makes it a Server Slam, Bungie say it's a technical stress test and they're turning everything on worldwide, inviting as many players as they can and then watching the systems closely. They have said we will likely see logging queues, especially during peak hours, and we may need to bring servers down for maintenance on short notice, as well as the possibility of running into disconnects, error codes and bugs. And again, they reiterate in terms of the content outlay for the Server Slam, we'll be able to infill into 2 zones on Tau Ceti, which is Perimeter and Dire Marsh, and experience early contracts for 5 of the factions, with progression through early levels and upgrade trees for each of those factions. We'll talk more about how they actually play into Marathon in just a moment, because factions form a massive part of the endgame, and general progression also kind of act as a safety net for being able to acquire rewards. In the Server Slam though, we'll be able to drop in as a crew, run solo, and take advantage of proximity chat, which will be interesting encountering other players. They reiterate this is not the full game, just a preview weekend, and when Season 1 begins on the 5th of March, we can expect additional zones, factions, contracts, gear, progression, as well as some ranked play, with Season 1 bringing late game zones, outpost and cryo archive, full contract progression and depth for factions, the 6th runner, which is Thief, as well as Season 1 unlocks and endgame content. There will also be Twitch drops if you plan on actually watching the Server Slam, so 5 rewards including a Twitch-sponsored kit, a profile emblem, a profile background, as well as a weapon sticker and weapon skins. Marathon has stickers, skins, and weapon charms, so all kinds of bits of minor kind of cosmetic upgrades for the weapons. And yeah, it goes without saying that this is a massive moment for Bungie. The Server Slam primarily is aimed at actually selling Marathon to players, where Bungie are hoping that fans of extraction shooters will be getting on board. We'll just have to see how all of that plays out. And it will certainly be one of the things that I'll be covering with regards to its performance, given how big of a deal this actually is for Bungie. So those are the new details, but I wanted to break down a few of the extra kind of nuts and bolts of how Marathon actually works as kind of initiation, I guess. Obviously, it's an opportunity to learn a bunch about the systems that we'll experience in Marathon, and a really big part that a lot of players are only just starting to get their heads around is actually a lot of progression to make, which ultimately creates replayability, and we'll get an example of that in the open playtest. So early faction progression will be unlocked, and while that progress won't actually carry over to the full launch, Bungie have outlined that completing the first mission will unlock a standard arrival cache, then runner levels 10 and 30 respectively will drop higher tier arrival caches, which basically are filled with mods, consumables and other items that give us a bit of a leg up at the launch. And the early faction progress that we'll get to experience will give us a really good idea of Marathon's replayability and progression, and how that actually acts as a safety net as we lose gear and potentially fail extractions, right? Because as we level up the factions, a really big part of this is that certain thresholds will unlock permanent items which can be repurchased, or stat upgrades that just stick with us for the remainder of the season. So there are stat boosts that affect basic stuff like agility, as well as specific loot items which, once we've unlocked them, can be repurchased at any time. So the shotgun here for around
Welcome back, runners. If you are looking for fellow runners, join my Discord. It'll be the first link in the description down below. Go to the Marathon running section to talk anything about Marathon, and we'll have a bunch of game rooms active for the Server Slam where you can team up with fellow runners. Before we start this video, we have to talk about this. Say this word in your head. Did you say Durandal? Like Randall? Like Randall the Vandal? Well, that's how I said it in my last video, and it's wrong. I got some not very nice feedback. I'm always open to feedback, but if you're going to be a dick about it, I'm going to fight back. Anyway, got some not nice feedback about how I said it, Durandal, in the last video. And this ended up being a massive rabbit hole that I spent like over an hour talking about on stream. Actually, Bungie themselves pronounce it Durandal in their Marathon Forge tutorial video that had been uploaded to YouTube.
Forge is Bungie's own map editor and has been used in various forms to create maps for Marathon, Marathon 2 Durandal, and now Marathon Infinity. The version of Forge...
Vindication! But. Durandal. Now, I think Durandal is close to Randall. Now, interestingly, you can find some video footage of this on YouTube as well. When I say a word wrong that you've been saying in your mind differently. But this is what I think the truth is. I don't think in the new marathon we have heard the pronunciation yet. If we have, please send me the link and I'll watch it. I don't know if it's Durandal. Durandal needs you to fight again. Durandal beams you down to the Sphit homeworld, Lahawan, which is littered with four. It's told to us in Marathon 1 that Durandal wanted to go to a different system, once again on an alien ship appearing out of a spaceport. Durandal has kidnapped you again to help out. You are in the galactic core, thousands of light years away from Tau Ceti, and 17 years have passed since the events of Marathon 1, of which you've been in cryosleep. Throughout the game, Durandal drip feeds us bits of information about what happened while we were in cryo. And to our shock, 3 months after we left Tau Ceti, the Four returned to the colony and killed everyone, with the fate of the 9 cyborgs unknown at this stage. Similar to Marathon 1, Durandal needs you to fight again. Durandal beams you down to the Sphit homeworld, Lahawan, which is littered with four. It's told to us in Marathon 1 that Durandal wanted to go to the homeworld to look for some ancient weapon, some tool, some knowledge to fight the Four. Remember, Durandal is not the most reliable character, and while he continues to say, hey, we need to do this to help the Sphit, it's likely not his only goal. Remembering his big achievement, the thing he wants to achieve is to try and escape the closure of the universe. Escape will make me God. The Sphit homeworld was first ravaged by the Four 1,000 years ago when they first enslaved the Sphit, and although previously abandoned, has now become a hot spot of interest. The reason why the Four have returned to the conquered planet is because Tycho, one of the other previous Marathon AIs, told them of Durandal's interest in the planet. Although this is incredibly vague, Durandal just says Tycho must have told him. So, it is confirmed that Tycho was reanimated by the Four because we kind of suspected this in Marathon 1 but didn't know for sure. It is now confirmed, and he is now working with the Four in opposition of Durandal. And this is why we see the Four's presence on this previously conquered homeworld of the Sphit. The lore is pretty vague here, as the Four don't exactly know what Durandal is after. It just seems like they know this planet is of interest to him, and Durandal will eventually show up. So they have just set up a garrison on the planet waiting for our arrival. And in fact, the Four had been waiting for Durandal for 15 years. So 2 years after Marathon 1, the Four showed up at the Sphit home planet, just hanging around, just waiting for Durandal to arrive. Durandal's whole reason for returning to the Sphit homeworld is that he believes there is an 11th Sphit clan that escaped slavery that had already split from the other clans before the Four invaded. And so they have had over 1,000 years to grow and develop. And in order to find them, there must be records somewhere on the home planet. So the basic premise is to fight off the Four while we comb through the history of the Sphit, trying to discover anything about this mysterious 11th clan. But this time, we're not alone. Remember how in Marathon 1, the Four were taking people from the Marathon and holding them captive aboard the Four ship. The same Four ship that Durandal, would later steal. While Durandal would later find these captives aboard the ship, still in stasis, and technically these bobs now represent the last surviving colonists of Tau Ceti 4. Remember how last time I just said the Four returned to the colony, wiped everyone out. So these are the last dudes that are in stasis aboard the Four ship that Durandal now controls. Interestingly, as far as I'm aware, there was no reference to the other bobs that were on the Marathon that we saved. What happened to them post Marathon 1? I think the implication is they also died. Durandal wakes his bobs aboard his ship out of cryo, causing his ship to be overpopulated, and gives them a choice: fight for me or go back to sleep. Most refuse cryo. And this is why when
things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you, I should it right. But I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop. Feeling feelings I feel about us.
We play the game. In some missions, we have the assistance of Bobs. They were previously
We've got word of a patrolling queen nearby. That means a harvester is there. Be careful and make sure you're well equipped and brought back up if you do try to take it on.
Can I help you? If you see or hear anything... Thanks, Raider.
Sanitation reminder, cleaning chemicals are rationed, so use sparingly.
I always do that. All right, you there? Reap. Thanks for the info though on the not being able to hear. What does that? Huh. Do not know.
Teachers to Education Center, please.
If you can hear me, dog, I'm trying to put you up on the playtest today. Can you? Hey, listen, they're having marathon playtest. It's a slam test. It starts today before it's early access, and it's for everybody. It starts at 1 o'clock. So if you wanted to try to stream that, I was just gonna let you know about it. It's from today to March the 2nd for everybody. So just give you a heads up on that. You know, you want to get in where you can get in at. Jesus. How they make me miss that, bro? That's crazy. the art. I don't mind the PvP. But look at this shit. As soon as you get rid of one, there's another one. And then another one. You see what I'm saying, bro? This game's stupid as fuck. I really don't like this game, bro. I hate they made the art way too fucking powerful. That's why I stopped playing it. That and the cheaters. I never get killed to players, bro. I always get killed to art. That's fucking stupid as fuck. I hate that game. They need to level the arc out in that bitch. Make less motherfucking bots in that motherfucker. I don't play games because of bots in that bitch. I stopped playing it. I stopped playing this game right here because it's filled with bots. Delta Force, lobby filled with bots. Certain lobbies. Nobody want that shit, bro. I play PvP to play PvP. Fuck art. Yeah, that's just stupid, dog. You know, every fucking game I play, bro, I trying to loot a body, arc all around me. You can't loot the body that you kill. It's stupid. I don't like it. It's dumb as fuck. Matter of fact, I'll show you how dumb it is, and I'm gonna fucking get that shit the fuck off my screen. Tired of that fuck shit. Dumbass shit. Y'all chill out, Bubba. Fuck out of here. I want my money back. What I want. Get my motherfucking money back. How about that? Just waiting to download this. Whoa.
Here's everything you need to know about the Marathon Server Slam. So when's it going down? The Server Slam runs Thursday, February 26th through Monday, March the 2nd across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And there's always the chance they could bump it out for an extra day, but with the game launching a couple of days later, I wouldn't bet on it. So what's included here? You've got 2 different zones, Perimeter and Dire Marsh, that are basically the maps, along with 5 runner shells to try out. Assassin, Destroyer, Recon, Triage, and Vandal. Plus Rook, the low-stakes solo class that's really good for warm-ups and just jumping into matches that are already going down to get some loot and get out. But what are we doing here? You're pretty much completing early contracts across 5 of the factions in the game to get a sample of the upgrade trees you're going to be grinding through in the full game. Now, progress does not carry over to the full launch, but you do get an emblem in a background that shows you were there from the start, and you earn loot caches depending on how much you play over the weekend. Complete the first mission, you get the standard arrival cache, you hit level 10 and get the enhanced arrival cache, and you hit level 30 to unlock the deluxe arrival cache that all have different cores, mods, implants, and gear you can use in the full game. And hey, if you're booked for the weekend and you don't have time to play, but you do have time to watch, they've got Twitch drops that are running. They give you a little Twitch sponsor kit with some cosmetics, if that's your kind of thing. Now, personally, I can't wait to try it out because I haven't played the game since the alpha last year, but let me know. What do you think about the Marathon Server Slam, and are you going to give the game a shot for yourself? Here's everything you need to know about the Marathon Server Slam. So when's it going down? The Server Slam runs Thursday.
Like Bungie's other games, Marathon is set in the future. More specifically, the year 2893, where robotic mercenaries called Runners are fighting for control of precious resources on the planet Tau Ceti 4. But to understand why anyone is even here in the first place, we need to travel back to the year 2472. The UESC, or United Earth Space Council, has turned the Mars moon Deimos into a huge ship with the goal to colonize the Tau Ceti system. This ship was named the UESC Marathon. The Marathon didn't arrive in Tau Ceti until over 300 years later in the year 2773 and started peacefully colonizing the planet Tau Ceti 4.
Yeah, bro, every time I played probably 9 matches, and I've died by the arc 7 out of the 9, bro, every fucking time.
Triggering the events of the original Marathon trilogy. In the OG Marathon, you play as a battle droid. Oh, no, sorry, not a battle droid, a battle roid.
which you can think of as this game's Master Chief, as you are an enhanced human attempting to defend the colony from hostile aliens. As you progress in your defense, you find out that there are actually two separate alien races that make up the opposing force. The aforementioned Four and the Shvet, otherwise known as the Compilers. Now these Compilers are actually cyborgs that are enslaved by the Four. Spoilers, but the colony does not win the fight against the aliens, but luckily, the player with the help of an AI on board the Marathon transmits a distress call back to Earth, warning them of the Four and the fate of the UESC Marathon. Unfortunately, by the time the distress call would be received on Earth, over 90 years had passed. Huge technological innovation had occurred since the Marathon left our solar system over 400 years ago. The most notable of which being achieved by a corporation named Sekiguchi G, who discovered how to digitize a human consciousness and transfer that consciousness to a robotic shell. Quite similar to how exos work in Destiny, if you played that. The people who are controlling these robotic shells are called runners, and are who we will play as when Marathon launches later on this year. The Sekiguchi Corp also created its patented Weaver worms, allowing multitudes of robotic shells to be created at a relatively low cost. The availability of these runner shells and the ability to freely transfer human consciousness is how our characters are able to respawn. Playing as a runner, you can align yourself with various factions from our solar system who all have their own unique agendas and motivations for looting and uncovering secrets that lay on Tau Ceti 4. Speaking of Tau Ceti 4, when in a game of Marathon, you can come up against both hostile, player-controlled runners in PvP combat, and also AI-controlled enemies in PvE combat. Like Bungie's other games, Marathon is set in the future, more specifically the year 2893, where robotic mercenaries called runners are fighting for control of precious resources on the planet Tau Ceti 4. But to understand why anyone is even here in the first place, we need to travel back to the year 2472. The UESC, or United Earth Space Council, has turned the Mars moon Deimos into a huge ship with the goal to colonize the Tau Ceti system. This ship was named the UESC Marathon. The Marathon didn't arrive in Tau Ceti until over 300 years later in the year 2773 and started peacefully colonizing the planet Tau Ceti 4 until the UESC was attacked by a mysterious and violent alien race known as the Four, triggering the events of the original Marathon trilogy. In the OG Marathon, you play as a battle droid. Oh, no, sorry, not a battle droid, a battle roid, which you can think of as this.
Don't underestimate this guy.
Oh my god, he just ate a nade. The movement looks fun, I will say. The movement looks fun, the gunplay looks fun. The art style's clean to the point where you won't like miss stuff.
Good stuff, good stuff. I literally only have a sniper.
Big dinks. Nice shots.
Okay, don't underestimate this guy.
Oh my god, he just ate a nade. The movement looks fun, I will say.
I played Bungie's next game Marathon for 8 hours, so here's exactly what the game is and why it's so good that it might just change multiplayer games forever. It's a team-based extraction shooter where you and 2 friends will pick from 4 different maps before dropping in to complete contracts and loot while fighting against enemy AI and other real players. But if your team is eliminated, you'll lose everything that you're carrying. It takes elements from games like Tarkov, but combines them with games like Destiny to create an experience that is still hardcore, but more accessible to your everyday player. You play as a runner, and you can pick from 6 different classes, all extremely unique with their own perks and abilities. You then choose your loadout and then drop in. The maps are stunning and filled with dynamic events and weather, and outside of fighting against security forces and other real players, you'll complete objectives and even find rare keys that you can use to unlock vaults that have some of the best loot in the game. It really makes for some thrilling moments when you have a ton of good gear and you're trying to extract out with it before the enemy team takes it from you. If Bungie can nail this, it might just be the first mainstream extraction shooter that can change multiplayer games forever. I played Bungie's next game Marathon for 8 hours, so here's exactly what the game is and why it's so good that it might just change multiplayer games forever. It's a team-based extraction shooter where you and 2 friends will pick from 4 different maps before dropping in to complete contracts and loot while fighting against enemy AI and other real players. But if your team is eliminated, you'll lose everything that you're carrying. It takes elements from games like Tarkov, but combines them with games like Destiny to create an experience that is still hardcore, but more accessible to your everyday player. You play as a runner and you can pick from 6 different classes, all
Marathon is Bungie's next massive project, a new game set in the same universe as the first 3 installments back in the 90s. In terms of the new Marathon game, it's set in 2850, 56 years after the events of the first game and 39 after Marathon 2. Tau Ceti 4 is ravaged and the flagship Marathon colony ship in the dark. Runners, freelance hackers, and warriors infiltrate Tau Ceti in search of alien secrets and technology. You play as one of these runners. Thanks to the technology from companies like Traxxas and Sakaguchi, weaponry, modification implants, and AI seem to be off the charts at this time, so you'll be able to use some of that to enhance and empower your character. But there's an overview of Marathon and its universe, but this would begin your adventure in Tau Ceti 4 and what's left of the Marathon. Ancient secrets and alien technologies to enhance
I
your
just
character.
totally wanna.
Marathon is Bungie's next massive project, a new game set in the same.
The Marathon beta starts in under a week, so here's every runner shell class and their abilities. First, we have Destroyer, which is the most aggressive shell. Its probability launches heat-seeking rockets at enemies, which damage and stun them. It also has a rise shield to safely push up without taking damage, and tactical sprint and air thrusters to help with movement in fights. Next, we have Assassin, which is the stealth runner shell. Its probability is a smoke screen, which gives you and your team lots of cover. And its tactical ability is active camo, which makes you less invisible the more you move, take damage, or use abilities. And if you enter smoke, active camo gets automatically activated. This shell also gives you a dive that lets you take no fall damage from any height. The third shell is recon, and this is perfect for hunting enemies down. Our prime ability is a echo pulse that reveals nearby enemies even through walls. And it comes with a tracker drone that locates enemies to damage and stun them. When you break an enemy's shield, you'll be able to see a trail of footprints they leave behind. And this shell will also alert you if an enemy pings you. Fourth, we have Vandal, and this shell is all about movement. Its prime ability gives you a speed boost and increases stamina without overheating. Its tactical is a cannon that can knock back enemies out of cover.
Did
and
you
this
hear
shell
the
lets you
one
double
about
jump and
me
get a power
being
slide
a
which
punk?
goes much
Did
further
you
than
hear the
normal.
one
The fifth
about
shell is
me
Thief, and
being
this
a
is going to be
drunk?
for the
Did
loot
you hear the
goblins.
one
Its
about
probability is
me
a drone that
losing
lets you
my
attack
nerve?
enemies and make
Or
them
how
drop
I'm
their
just
loot. And
another
its
fucking
tactical is a
sheep in the
grappling hook
herd?
that lets you
Did you
quickly
hear
loot and
about
get
the
out. And
money,
the
how
grapple
it
hook
made
becomes
me
stronger and
change? So
faster the
funny
heavier
to
your
me.
backpack is. And this shell has a visor that
Did
lets
you
you mark
hear the
enemies
one
and
about
chest through
me
walls.
giving
The
a
next shell
shit?
is Triage,
Cause
and this
if
is the
I
best
ever
if you're a team
did, I
medic.
don't
Its prime are
remember
gauntlets
it.
that lets you shock enemies from far or revive your teammates. And it has a drone that will follow and heal you and your team. This shell's first trait makes your weapons
You
have an
can
EMP
live
burst when you break an
just
enemy's
like
shield.
a
And while a teammate is hit by your drone, any
star.
consumables you use will also buff them. And finally, we have Rook, which is essentially the free loadout shell. This shell only lets you play as a solo, and its ability lets you blend in with NPCs so they don't attack you while you loot. That's all 7 shells in the game, so send this to your squad you're running Marathon with. The Marathon beta starts in under a week, so here's every runner shell class and their abilities. First, we have Destroyer, which is the most aggressive shell. Its prime ability launches heat-seeking rockets at enemies, which damage and stun them. It also has a rise shield to safely push up without taking damage, and tactical sprint and air thrusters
Let
to
my
help
soul
with movement
in,
in fight.
changing
Next, we
my
have Assassin,
name.
which
Did
is
you
the
hear the
stealth
one
runner shell.
about
Its
me
prime ability
being
is
a
a smoke
prick?
screen, which
You
gives
know
you and
I
your team
don't
lots
care.
of cover.
You can
And its
suck
tactical
my
ability is active camo, which makes you less invisible the more you move, take damage,
fist
or
in
use
the
abilities.
air
If you
and a
enter
finger
smoke,
to the
active
sky.
camo gets
Do I care
automatically
if you
activated.
hate me?
This
Do
shell
you
also
want to
gives you
know
a
the
dive
truth?
that lets
Say
you take
la
no
vie.
fall damage from
Adios
any height. The third
to
shell is
fuck
Recon,
you.
and this is perfect for hunting enemies down. Our prime ability is a echo pulse that reveals
Will
nearby
be
enemies even through walls.
yo.
And it comes with a tracker
You
drone that
can
locates
live
enemies to
just
damage and
like
stun
a
them. When you break an enemy's shield, you'll be able to see a
star.
trail of footprints they leave behind. And
I'll
this shell
take
will also
my
alert you if an enemy
sanity.
pings you. Fourth, we have Vandal, and this shell is all about movement. Its prime ability gives
I'm
you a speed boost and increases stamina without
over
overheating.
it
Its tactical is a
all.
cannon that can knock back
I'm
enemies out of
under it
cover. And this
over
shell
it.
lets you double jump and get a power slide, which goes much further than normal. The fifth shell is Thief, and this is going to be for the loot goblins. Its prime ability is a drone that lets you attack enemies and make them drop their loot. And its tactical is a grappling hook that lets you quickly loot and get out. And the grapple hook becomes stronger and faster the heavier your backpack is. And this shell has a visor that lets you mark enemies and chests through walls. The next shell is Triage, and this is the best if you're a team medic. Its prime are gauntlets that lets you shock enemies from far or revive your teammates. And it has a drone that will follow and heal you and your team. This shell's first trait makes your weapons have an EMP burst when you break an enemy's shield. And while a teammate is killed by your drone, any consumables you use will also buff them. And finally, we have Rook, which is essentially the free loadout shell. This shell only lets you play as a solo, and its ability lets you blend in with NPCs so they don't attack you while you loot. That's all 7 shells in the game, so send this to your squad you're running Marathon with. The Marathon beta starts in under a week, so here's every runner shell class.
found it. Did you? It's up top on me.
In this farewell, there's
I just found
no
a purple
blood,
backpack.
there's no alibi.
There's some heavy rounds in here too. I need that.
We're gonna take it back here.
Oh, I just found a self-revive. Oh, that's very large.
Some easy listening.
Rounds in here. Oh, I found the double barrel.
Someone told me long ago,
Bro said, yep.
there's a calm before the storm. I know. It's been coming for some time.
I found it. Did you? It's up top on me.
When it's over, so they said. It'll rain on a sunny day.
Oh!
I know.
I just found a purple backpack. Nice. Word. There's some heavy rounds in here too. I need that.
And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain?
Oh, I just found a self-revive.
Nice.
Oh, that's very large. Myth rounds in here. Oh, I found the double barrel. Yep. Oh, shit.
Coming down on the early dew. I like how they show how much everything costs too. It's not real big. So you can see the value of the loot.
I found it. Did you? It's up top on me. Oh! I just found a purple backpack. Nice. Word. There's some heavy rounds in here too. I need that. Oh, I just found a self-revive. Oh, that's very large.
Oh boy, ready.
Myth rounds in here. Oh, I found the double barrel. Yep. Oh, shit. Bro said yep.
I'm just stupefied. I've been ready my whole life for just one.
I found it. Did you? It's up top on me. Oh! I just found a purple backpack.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Holotide here, and Marathon Server Slam starts tomorrow, and if you're still trying to figure out what it is, what you can play, and whether it's worth your weekend, this video will cover it all, from dates, times, preload situation, Twitch drops, rewards, all of that. We're gonna cover it in this video, but before we get started, I just want to say thank you for all of the support recently on the channel. We're trying to hit major parts of it, so this Server Slam is the first time pretty much everyone will be able to play the updated version.
Marathon Server Slam is almost here. Bungie just dropped this on their official website. I'll be providing the link down in the description below, so let's zoom in closer right here. So the Server Slam, or the open beta, is going to be available on February 26th at 10 a.m. PT or Pacific time. You'll be able to play it on Steam, PlayStation 5, and also Xbox Series X and S. So if you have any of these accounts, just log in and search for Marathon and you should be able to download and play it for free. With cross-play and cross-save enabled, which means if you're playing on PC, you can always cross-save it on another platform, for example, PlayStation 5. Alright, let's carry on here. What makes this server slam? So Bungie is doing a stress testing on the game so they can optimize it as best as they can during launch on March 5th. Also, Bungie is giving us a heads up here that we will most likely see login queues, especially during peak hours. Alright, let's read up more details about the server slam. So we're going to be getting 2 zones on tile setting 4, which will include 2 maps. One is the perimeter and the other is Dire Marsh. We can take on early contracts or quests for 5 factions. That will be really interesting. We have some quests to do in the game and progress through early faction levels and upgrade trees for each of these 5 factions.
That's all I care about.
Also, we're gonna be able to try out 5 of the 6 runner shells that
Live in my soul. Live in my soul. Live in my soul. Live in my soul. I begin to superfy. Rah! Flip it over to something, give me a little hyper. The years are starting right now. I'm left for Crips of a Sea. Waiting for it to pop up. Bad. Mad. If you knew the truth better, then it would get awkward. And none of them money. And I get the birds and fuck a drop. Workers misbehave and chunk them out. I get the money from my house. I said, if you care about a flower out, I'ma keep pouring till I'm running out. Just hit it for the best, it's scarce, you're running out. Ooh, young and lit, money keep on coming in. I keep a rock band on standby, pull up and drum that shit. Loved him on some brother shit. She sucked my soul, she done it like Asher, Casher. Keep on getting them flashbacks. I was OT, so I had to pass. I almost thought about getting that cab back. Fuck that. Plan B, girl, you gotta swallow that tablet. And damn, that's a big circumference. And then the 40-year flush, you see the view. She don't wanna send me all pussy on Snapchat, man. I don't wanna leak your news. How do I say if I seem in rude? I just wanna see if it's cute. Shake that. I'm like a video of Vixen. This one here will all be in my tune. We ready when they are. Now we gotta find out how to get this shit. Said it might not pop right up. Where the fuck is it? Here we go with the bullshit. There it is. About to start freaking out on this shit. No, this way. Alright. Now, how many? 15 gigabytes? Shouldn't take long. Thought it was going to be a bunch of bullshit there for a minute. And by the time you figure it all out, you're all tired. Don't feel like streaming no more because you had to do a lot of mental work. Thought it was going to be one of them days. That gives me time to smoke a dab, cough a little bit. Drugs got me sweating, but the room getting colder. Looking at the devil and the angel on my shoulder. Will I die that night? I don't know. Is it over? Looking for my next high. I'm looking for closure. Lean with me. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Smoke with me. Drink with me. Fucked up liver with some bad kidneys. Lean with me. Pop with me. Get high with me if you rock with me. Smoke with me. Drink with me. Fucked up liver with some bad kidneys. Every day I been getting fucked up. Finally know the difference between love and drugs. I got you. I know I'm not, but I'm not wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Girl, you hate it when I'm too high, but that's where I belong. Lean with me. Pop with me. I'll hit another one, fuck it. Different kind though. We'll go with the shatter. That glitter bomb, baby. Really, it's a little bit of both, but we're going to call it a hybrid. Appreciate y'all joining. No saline. Yeah, I love pee. Yeah, I love lean. I laugh when they ask my piss clean. Smoke with me. Pot with me. Gucci stuff, come and shop with me. If I overdose, baby, you gon' drop with me. I don't even wanna think about it right now. Let's get too high with your new high. To the shrooms and the pills at the same time. Old Hollywood thrills for the street life. Now it don't feel right. Oh yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, shit. Sorry. All right, we're gonna ride with this shit. I gotta set my controller up though, because I do play with the Azron. Link in the description below. No, just for the night ends. High before the night ends, before the night ends. Hook up with the doing codeine with my white friend. Here we go. Turn this off. I ain't gonna skip the beginning like I normally do, because normally I don't care about all that. In the beginning, this is how everything was. Pretty loud shit. Excuse me. Alright, y'all type in, tap in. I'm about to get busy on this shit. And I'm about to get wicked on this motherfucker. Yeah, I said. Yeah. Bitch. Now you gonna make me go down? Oh Lord, what's going on? Something's happening here. I'm gonna have to go back in. Okay. Bitch. Alright. What's that, motherfucker? What the fuck? Is something I was supposed to do in the beginning? No.
It is a historic day across the solar system.
The enormous UESC Marathon colony ship
sets out for the Tau 30 star system
to establish a new home for humanity, and with it, infinite possibility.
The people of Earth and Mars are watching.
Everyone is watching.
Breaking news. Contact has been lost with the Marathon colony ship.
Official messaging from the UESC is that nothing is amiss.
The people just want to know what happened and what is the UESC doing about it.
Still no answers. No answers.
Shocking news today.
After losing contact with the Marathon colony nearly 100 years ago,
After decades of citizens demanding answers.
a message has been received from the UESC Marathon.
A distress call. A threat.
An invitation.
But the message has been leaked. It reads, somewhere in the heavens, they are waiting.
Initiating runner defragmentation protocol. Evaluating shell integrity. Evaluating vital sign. Evaluating recognition response. Executing neurological subroutine. Passphrase. My last breath fell quiet like dying embers. My first thought hummed through silver threads. Where is death? Loading memory packages. Liminal buffer status 26%. Buffered. Subject is a runner. A disconnected consciousness inhabiting a biocybernetic shell. Subject's psyche is preserved outside their body in the event of shell death. Subject exists only in this liminal state while their next shell is being woven. Please stand by. Yesterday, I walked with feet of fragile flesh. Today, I drift as light across the grid. Ascent. Runners arrived in the Tau Ceti system after the investigation of a distress signal lost colony ship, the UESC Marathon. Warning. Ignition runtime error. Assert. Runners are mercenaries, hired to salvage the ruins of the human colony on Tau Ceti 4. Proceeding with suboptimal durability settings. Liminal buffer status 100%. Runner defragmentation complete. Your shell will be ready momentarily, and you will deploy to Tau Ceti 4 for your first assignment. Please prepare for consciousness transfer in 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Good luck. Your neural interface is malfunctioning. Your perception matrix was damaged during transfer to the planet's surface. Your shell, too. Search the area for repair supplies, while I'll find a way to access the colony systems.
Right now. Can you operate the fucking menu, bro? Fuck this fucking shit. We'll restart this bitch again. Fuck on, bro. Please just let me go out. There we go. There we go. What the fuck is that? There we go, that's all I need. Alright, we got open loadout. Open map. Reload. Hold on a second. Please let me move this fucking button, bro. Dude, this is fucking weird, bro. I can't see if you're chapping in chat right now because I got my controller up. I can't move my fucking mouse, bro. No, no, no. fall. Alright, there we go. Now we should be good. Fuck it, I'll just deal with it. Where the fuck's this shit at? What am I looking for? This is for search the shelter for medical items and repair your shield. Alright. Oh my god, bro. If I can't fucking use my... This is gonna be the bitch right here. If I can't use my fucking... Yeah, this is gonna be weird. I ain't gonna be able to play this shit, bro. If you can't use your menu, bro, it's unplayable. You feel me? Like, I can't, it won't let me operate it. I'm just gonna close the whole fucking game. Let's try it again. Who would have known that you can play the fucking game but not fucking operate these menu? That's fucking stupid as fuck. But such as these games, life, always some dumb shit. Especially on PC, bro. Nothing's ever just... I bet you the Xbox is playing right through it. PC, you got motherfuckers trying to introduce their hacks off rip and all that. Probably fucking it all up. Jesus. That's just the fucking tutorial, man. That ain't even an actual game. Third time. I already got a circle on a bitch.
Your neural interface is malfunctioning. Your perception matrix was damaged during transfer to the planet's surface. Your shell, too. Search the area for repair supplies, while I find a way to access the colony systems.
Once again, I can't fucking access it. It's fucking stupid, dog. God damn. Finally, you fucking pieces of shit.
Engage your heal systems to use an item to repair your health or shields, depending on which is lower.
Can't operate it. Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm about to not even stream this shit. This shit's stupid. I'm gonna put 4 on there.
Your health and shields restore separately. Be sure to recover both. Authorization terminal active. Use it to interface with the colony systems.
That's it for the show. Hold on.
System access granted. Welcome to New Cascadia.
UESC security forces have been alerted to your activity. Exit the building immediately.
I recommend you not follow those orders. Stay calm. Your newly acquired systems access will allow you to navigate the colony. Search this structure for a way out. Look for a drain or vent cover and try to break it with your knife.
Bro, it takes forever to be able to operate the menu. That's the problem. It's got nothing to do with the game. It's the fucking menu. You just have to wait here until it lets you. That's fucking stupid, bro. Finally, you fucking piece of shit. And once again, wait to operate the menu. Yeah, I ain't fucking. I'm glad they got a play test on this shit, because this is what the game's like. I'm straight. I gotta keep hitting that just to play the fucking game. That's all shit I got. supposed to get out of there?
Keep low, keep quiet. By syncing your systems with the colonies, we've secured you permanent access to all of New Cascadia. Know when to pick a fight, and when to make an exit. All that matters now is staying alive. The UESC believes Tau Ceti and everything on it belongs to them. If you want to survive, you'll need a weapon.
Alright, it's playing a little bit better now. Not too much though, as you can see. Still gotta wait for it to let me. Which is completely fucking stupid. I legit think I have to like do this right here. Try to get this shit to fucking. Like, look at that. That's fucking stupid, bro. Whatever. Once again, we gotta wait on the fucking. Jesus. I'm about to turn this shit off, bro. I don't want to fucking play something they can't fucking play. This shit's stupid. This is what they fucking put out. I can't. We're gonna die trying to loot.
Another runner. Check the remains for weapons and supplies. They don't need them anymore. An active exfiltration point near your location. Marking on your map. Exfil points are the only way to safely move solid matter off-world. That includes you. Scavenge the area for additional assets if you need them. But be careful. Die here, and you'll lose everything.
How is it still full, bro? If I could operate, I could drop, you fucking stupid bastards, bro. Jesus Christ. Can't fucking operate shit, dude. What the fuck is up with this fuck ass game, bro? I'm done. Yeah, have a good one.